Welcome to Rich Talk, where we keep the conversation going. The host of this episode,
Sean Barnes.
Logan Barnes.
Dane.
Shantae J.
All right. Happy New Year and welcome to Rich Talk Podcast Season 2. I'll be your host today. This is my cast. I think this is my first time, Logan's first time, Shantae's, but we do have Dame here who has his own show. It'll be an interesting day today.
Not for real, man.
Yeah. So I definitely don't know like what I'm doing, but it's like weird to be on cameras just because it's like I'm not used to like having any sort of like spotlights, which is like
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I think we'll try to learn as we go, have fun, and try to stimulate each other in conversation, I think. New year, new stuff, new ideas. Been a slow one so far today. I think we got our first actual snow today. Not really motivation to get out and do shit. But here we are.
We're here.
We're here and we're doing something.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I feel like we have a nice assortment of people up here, and we're gonna have a very interesting conversation today.
yeah, me too. Like talking to people and just kind of having conversations is really fun because you kind of just get to like play with people and like see like what they think and things like that.
I agree. I like to hear like different perspectives and stuff like that. So.
Exactly. Especially right now. Right now, during COVID, during the cold, it's good to get around somebody, get warm, get
Talk to people.
get
engage.
going. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Get stuff going.
Get rich.
Get rich. Exactly.
The culture of curation.
Yep. And today we will be trying to talk about enriching ourselves every day, creating ourselves every day. Creating ourselves every day. And what do you guys think that means to you?
You want to go first?
I mean, if we can get straight into that, honestly, to me it's one of the most important things you can do, because you're with yourself every day. So you have to handcraft it and make yourself exactly who you want to be. Because if you don't, it's you. So you're gonna just honestly be unhappy.
Exactly.
Like you're gonna be unhappy if you're not happy with yourself. So you gotta make yourself the best you can be, and be intentional with who you want to be and the things that you want to do and what you stand for. And that's not something you can do sometimes. That's every day. Like it's your true identity.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I agree with that. What that question really means to me is just being aware of your personal growth and take accountability for your personal growth. I feel like it's something that we all need, and a lot of us like go through a lot of traumas and things like that, and we let that form our lives and let that form how we go about our path. But when we recreate ourselves or create ourselves daily, it just, like Dame said, forms us to be the person we want to be.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It's really easy, like you guys said, to it's really easy to not create yourselves. Like we're here, right? We're here every single day. You have to make the decision to make yourself every day. Because if not, what are you doing? You're just existing. We're just here floating around.
And we also live in like a world of trends, so it's very easy to just get caught up in some sauce, lost in it, and really just forget who you are yourself. Like I feel like it's personally a lot of people, maybe even watching this, that don't truly know what their own hobbies are or what they like to do, just because they're just with their friends doing what the gang is doing today, or whatever the social media trend is. But yeah, like I said, you just gotta really be intentional, and you can't. A lot of people try to build themselves, but you gotta know exactly what you want to build and where you want to go. Like you gotta have a blueprint.
Right.
Like you can't just get in there with bricks and you just going up.
Yes, I agree. And you can't also I keep piggying back off of you because you making the points that I agree with as well. But it's just like also a lot of people, a lot of our peers don't know where they want to go or how they want to go about it because they try to forget where they come from if they don't like it, or if it's in an environment like me that came from a place that just everybody, was living a way where there were drugs and alcohol and things like that. So we try to forget where we come from and just take on like a personal path where we want to be successful. But you got to heal from where you come from. You have to heal the things you went through in order to clear that path to go forward, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think it does. I think what you all are saying is really, really, I think it's correct. I think it's all apt. I think it's real. I think Logan and a friend of mine, before we started shooting, we were talking about getting out of bed. Like every single moment, every single thing that you do, every moment from your past is creating yourself. You can't create yourself without confronting everything, without that breakfast.
Yeah.
The breakfast you ate yesterday, the breakfast you plan to eat in 3 days. Those are all things that create us on a very minimal basis. I'm going on 24 today, or not today, this year. Lord have mercy. I'm not ready for 24 yet. I'm not. But I find myself even now just now finding my own hobbies, just now finding the things I really love. Old school music. I just got a record player, and like sitting by yourself and delving into the things that you really love right now are really, really important.
Yeah.
Logan, what are some ways that you find yourself doing that?
I don't know. For me, it's kind of a struggle just to cause I feel like for hobbies and like things like that, I've attached like a lot of I don't know, like personal gain, or like you just have
definitely.
like ambitions or like aspirations, and it's like I'll be excited for something some moment, but it's like hard to like keep up that like energy and that like passion to like build yourself every day, especially when like the weight of like what you want can sometimes just be so like it's like dealing with that sort of thing like every day it's hard. Like you have to find a balance too, because there are days like when you just can't do that. Like
Yes, I think when we're not doing things that empirically move us further in life, we don't put a lot of stock in it. Like getting really high and listening to music doesn't sound like it's something that's gonna better you. It doesn't sound like it's something that's gonna build you.
Yeah.
But sometimes it is.
But sometimes it is.
Exactly. It's hard, and especially at different ages, it's hard to determine this is what it's gonna build me, this is what I want to enjoy, this is what's gonna make me money or whatever. Logan, you'll be how old this year?
I just turned 20, so I'll be 21 at the end of this year.
End of the year.
I'll be 22 in March.
Same, I'm going on 22 in October, so it'll be a while, but yeah.
It's all interesting ages. Dame, what do you find yourself doing on the day to day to build yourself or just to find joy?
Yeah. So honestly, at first I was having like similar problems that you were having, just because you doing stuff that you like, but you want to succeed. So if it's not, maybe say you're not getting the same results that you maybe were expecting, maybe now you're not as happy, but you're literally doing something that you just enjoy doing. Like the results didn't have anything to do with it. So once I got myself to go back to that and just to be able to just enjoy what I was doing, which is making videos and just sharing my opinion with the world and just being a personality that people could look to if they want to, that's what brought the joy back to me. Like literally just waking up and doing what I want to do, not looking up and seeing what people are doing today, asking anybody what the plans are, literally just waking up, asking myself, what do I want to do today? What is fun? And like
Right.
what's really stopping me from doing it?
Yeah.
And once you realize that it's nothing stopping you from doing anything you want to do, other than your brain saying that ain't gonna work,
Exactly.
then you're good.
The
Like
plan
you're in
is
there.
clear.
Exactly.
Right.
Yes, and that's the most important part. The plan. The plan. The plan, and knowing what you want, and then being able to do it. I've not too long ago, I was talking to my mom. We're not too close, and she's a little closer with my cousin Bria than she is with me at the moment. But she was telling me about Bria's plans for the new year. She's got this lingerie company, and she was telling me, "Oh, I need to get like her and do this and do this," and I so strongly support young people building businesses. I think that's the most beautiful thing you can do right now. But I also think there's something powerful in identifying what you want for yourself in a moment and saying, I can't do this. This is what's going to be for me, right? Like, I don't need to make $1 million in 2021, but I do need to have fun and I do need to be happy. So I'm going to work hard and build myself in a way that provides me what I want. Not building off other people's expectations.
Right.
Yeah, Shantae, do you have any expectations for yourself in 2021?
Yes, I actually have so many expectations for myself. And it's not even any expectations that I didn't have previous years or anything like that. But just growing up now, and I'm 21 now, I'm about to be 22, I need to be a lot more concrete with my expectations, because those expectations is what my plan is what my path is, or whatever.
Yeah.
And so, like, one of my expectations is just being more aware of my daily routine. Like, sometimes that can make or break my day, or make or break the plan that I have to go towards this day and this day to get to the bigger picture and stuff like that. So that's one of my expectations, is to be a lot more assertive with what I want to do with my plans. So
Good. I mean, that's a strong goal too. That's a strong goal.
yes, and better said than done. But
Always.
my goal is to overcome that saying, to do it and not just say it.
Exactly. My daily mindfulness is an amazing goal. I do not do it as much as I should, but I like meditation. There was a point where that was the mindfulness that I was doing, but I think just incorporating mindfulness in every single action, intentionalizing every single action, is a very strong move.
Hard to do though.
Hard to do.
Hard to do. But we overcoming hard to do in 2021.
That's
Alright.
the move.
We are
I like
overcoming
that's the
hard
move.
to do in 2021.
That is it.
That's how you get rich.
Yes. And that's how you be. This is how you become happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually feel like the way to do it is to make the things that are hard to do as easy as possible
I agree.
for yourself.
Yeah.
So, like, what I mean by that is, like, let's say waking up every morning and eating breakfast immediately is hard for you.
Yeah.
Let's say you start stop trying to make it hard. Just eat some cereal.
Just eat
Exactly.
some cereal.
Right.
Exactly.
Like, instead of trying to make that,
Yeah.
that big breakfast, like, oh, I need the pancakes, I need
Like
the bacon, I need the eggs. No, you just need to eat in the morning.
Exactly.
This is a
Start
real-
off
No, that really
small,
is-
baby
Yes.
steps.
Yes. Right.
Baby steps.
Yeah.
I get it.
Baby steps, because this is a problem that is an archetype for a much bigger problem, right? It's filling your plate when you don't need to fill your plate.
Yeah.
What you need is to eat a banana in the morning because it's gonna go down. You need to eat a small sandwich at lunch because that's what you have at the crib. You need to not go out at dinner because that's what you can afford. You need to minimize what you're giving yourself so you can build yourself in a better way,
I agree.
Yeah.
right?
Do what you can do in a way, like.
Exactly.
You can't build the pyramid like in
Right.
one day.
No, but we can. The aliens didn't do it. Don't let them white people tell you we didn't build them pyramids. Yes.
I feel like the blueprint's still in there, like all the way.
Yes.
Oh yeah, like
And
we have-
Whatever tune they ain't get into yet,
exactly.
it's instructions somewhere.
Because it's
They don't
in our
learn.
blood. That's
yeah.
what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Dog.
We do build those
Where are we? Logan. Resolutions for the year. We don't like resolutions. We like building.
Intentions.
We like intentions and building ourselves better every single day, not resolutions. But do you have plans for the year?
I guess I'm just competing with myself.
Yes.
That's the main thing. It's just like, just competing with myself,
Yes.
and like not trying to compete with other people, just because. I mean, people are on different paths. Everyone has their own path, so.
Yeah. Dane, what's the year looking like?
Some similar things. Honestly, I'm trying to work on not. How do I want to word this? When I want to do something, I have a very bad problem of thinking about it for 2 weeks, trying to make the idea perfect in my head, and then sometimes I do them and those ideas are great, and I'm like, I could have done this 2 weeks ago. But now I'm just really trying to act on all of my ideas and just take the pressure away from everything, because honestly, there is no pressure.
Exactly.
Like if I make a bad podcast or if I make a bad video, I can make another one the next day.
Exactly.
And it will just be forgotten. It's like you just gotta move forward, not dwell on anything, and just don't let anything knock me off my rocker. I'm just trying to stay consistent this year, maybe 2 to 5 videos a week, and try to keep that up.
There you go.
So,
There you go.
consistency.
There you go. I think building up consistency. I think running our own labs and making sure that you take care of what you plan to do this year are all very strong goals. None of you said build a business, so I do believe LLC Twitter will be disappointed in each one of you. But
Well, with me, one of my like
Hold up, LLC.
no, not to. First of all, disclaimer, not to say like this mean, oh, I'm about to be a part of #LLC.
right.
No, that's not my goal right now. But I do have a passion for creative directing, and right now, what I'm trying to figure out is learn more so how my people can benefit from what I'm doing.
Yes.
That's kind of the thin line I'm on now. Like, how can I incorporate that with making like our Black sisters and brothers look better in a way?
There you go.
That's one of my like specific, and I wanted to say that because that's part of like my business.
Exactly.
But it's not going for like LLC because I
Get it off your chest.
It's strange, um, you know, and it really just infuriates me. That's why we need to vote him out in Georgia.
Yeah.
So he's running his seats up for grabs now. We need to get whoever needs to get in there to get in there. Like, you know, after this election, I was like, I don't care about like red or blue, because honestly, they're all just playing the same game. Like, I feel like black people's like what's best for us is outside of like American politics. Like in general, like I have no faith anymore. After Bernie Sanders, after the Democrats like missed the dub to fucking Bernie Sanders, like
Not missed the dub, took it from him twice. Took it from him twice. So we're now in a situation where Mitch McConnell is tying a war bill to COVID relief, and the first time in history that we get a veto on this, the first time in congressional history that there's a veto, a presidential veto, is so we don't get this war money canceled and we don't get our COVID money. It's what's best for us is not here. It's not here.
They still haven't even defunded the police, so they're not even gonna.
Yeah.
That's not even. That's a.
There's a lot of things
wishful
wrong
thinking
with the American government and the American dollar. The U.S. dollar is evil.
Yeah, the way you said they tie those things in, like I've just from trying to be informative lately, and I'm doing a little research. The government, for some reason, and to me seeing them, they are so unattached and they live in a different world than us. Because I don't understand why they do that. They connect certain policies with completely unrelated shit, just trying to get some shit passed to go towards their next re-election. And it's like why would you put the, because the way it is with relief, most people in Congress and the House, they're down for getting the people relief. But when they send out these bills, they're like, okay, let's give the people $2,000, but let's also give the police extra $50 million a year. Let's do everything instead of just making one separate bill that you know will work. Let's just make it difficult to.
And that's the evil thing,
up.
because it's like they know, the Republicans know that we need that money, so they're like, wait, you gotta give us something for this money. You gotta put some money, give our boys in the blue some bands, like, it's just things like that. It's just like, that's so evil to just like barter over
And I don't-
human life and like
Right.
Yeah.
resources. It's like
I don't really think they do it for no reason or nothing like that. That's what I always felt like. Or why are they coming for us? Or why are they we're the deficient ones and all this? But when I did look into it, it's not for anything. Everything that they do benefits them and their 1% in some type of way. Like even down to the if we should get 600 or 2,000, that also like minutely can contribute to how they are benefiting from it. Like everything we don't benefit from, they benefit from.
It's scary. It's scary because betterment for them is making themselves look good for their constituents, making themselves look good for their votes. What looks good for their votes is directly detrimental to black people, black and brown people. I don't think that we would be served in our government until the generation that grew up in segregated schools are dead.
I agree.
yeah.
Also, no, go ahead.
I feel it wishful thinking, but shit, those motherfuckers had kids and
Yeah,
just
true.
talk the same shit. It's like, I don't know, sometimes it just really feel like we cannot get away from their shit. And honestly, it gets frustrating as a people to just be like, damn, like where's our place? Like I feel like it's other people say, like other races or ethnicities and just people from other places, they come to America and they're like maybe they appreciate it more just because of where they came from. But us, it's like we're like we don't have a home, like to per se. Like I don't like America is my home, but do they claim me?
Exactly.
Barely.
Do I belong here?
Like it don't really feel like that. And it's like, I don't know, we're just always in this uneasy place where we just feel like we're unwanted and everything we do get feels like we're gotta pull teeth out to get it.
Our home was taken from us.
Yeah.
Our history was taken from us. We are I often feel conflicted thinking about like the activists of like the early 60s and 70s that talked about the move home, going back to Africa, because
I would've went.
It's the question, do you fight? So I think we deserve something here. I think we were ripped from our home and
built this one.
and we built this. We deserve this place. I think the question is, do you fight and take what is deserved for you, or do you build something anew? Building something anew can be beautiful, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with going back to the motherland. It's
Akon City.
it's beautiful.
Oh,
I'm waiting on the final break to be
Yeah.
like,
I'm
come
going.
on,
Let's
like,
go.
Come on, I need it.
Something that I was thinking is like off of like what Dane was saying as far as not feeling like we belong here in a way. We are in 800 years deep of I don't even know, just of taking away from who we are. Like it's been going on for almost 1,000 years.
Yeah.
So not to say, it'll take 1,000 years for us to undo it, but you have to understand that if it took that long to take us apart and we are still getting taken apart, it's probably not gonna be in our lifetime when we see that, when we see a new day. I really don't think it. I think our generation is looking at it in a different type of way as far as like the new ways they want to make change. And I think we are thinking different from our ancestors as far as just like the people that was fighting in the 60s. I think we think differently, and I think we are off to a good baby step start, but I don't really think it's going to be in our lifetime to when we see like where we overthrow it.
Yeah.
History is cyclical.
Yeah.
I don't know. I definitely think like there's something out there that has to be like completely separate from like human or like American, like the entire American institution that will like bring us out of like what we're in now, because just like the idea of like capitalism, you think of money and you know how the government has control over that, and just like all the systems that were put in place and that are like stacked on top of each other to prevent like Black Americans from like accumulating wealth and like things like that, and how like people use wealth as a tool now. So it's like that's and I'm gonna like go to something else, but that's why I think like things like Bitcoin and like blockchain are really cool, because it's like decentralized money where there's like no government control.
Exactly.
And I think like that's like really powerful for like people of color, because now I don't have to like deal with the government and like have money and stuff and like buy things. Like I think that's really powerful too.
Financial literacy within our community is the probably the most important. It's the most important thing. It's the most important thing. I think that's also trash because it's also directly tied to capitalism. But I think, it's you wish to say otherwise, but I think that it's a long time until anywhere in the world is able to truly escape base capitalism. Like even China is a communist country, but operates on capitalism. But I think even like within 2020, even within the Black and Brown community, you see the AOCs and Ilhan Omars, and they're
rich.
Yeah, they're rich, but they're Black people that are they're Black and Brown people that are in our community, in the government, talking about doing stuff for us. And 2020 was interesting in that light, in that we did get the election, we did get a Black woman into the White House. A white woman at Kroger, I work at Kroger, a white woman asked me if I was excited about having a sister in the White House.
That's how she said it?
That's exactly
She said
how she said it. A sister.
Wait,
A sister.
somebody asked a white person asked you that?
A white woman, yes
Sister
ma'am.
with an ER? Sister.
2020's been interesting for us that way. I'm not too politically aware, but anything interesting you guys thinking for Black people in the government this coming year?
Just a new way for change. Whatever the content is, like I don't care what it is. As long as it pushed forward for change within the minority.
The most I can say is the presidential election is all for 4 years. I feel like people are gonna stress themselves out thinking about this politics shit and government funding and help and everything. I say if it comes, it comes, but just try not to focus on the state of the world too much and focus on what's right in front of you, because that's what's gonna get you through the next day and wanting to be in another day, having something to look forward to. And as far as just the government, Black people, and everything, my only request is I just hope that people, like, you cannot care about the presidential election, but please vote for your district attorneys, your judges, because I mean you could say your vote don't affect the hood, that affect the hood.
But that affect
and
the
if
hood.
you're in Michigan, we just voted on some like privacy regulations regarding our phones and the police being able to look through them without warrants. So there's always something to vote on. Just stay informed on that, even if you don't care about who your politicians are.
That it's your community, then it's your country. Take care of yourself, take care of the people around you, and then build something from that. I do think that is it from us today at the Rich Talk Podcast. Thank you for having us. Welcome back. Enjoy season 2.
Thank you for listening to Rich Talk. Make sure you subscribe to our website at richmagdigital.com and follow us on all platforms.